Hi everybody, it's Sean with OKC Creations, and I'm going to do a longer than normal video, more of a how-to informational video regarding our essential oil diffusers, the maintenance, setup, and a lot of little things that it's hard to remember when we talk at the shows. So here we go. Basically, we have three sizes. For a lack of a better term, we're calling them small, medium, and custom. Okay, so this is the small. The small is set up in a way that it's the vessel. It has a copper riser and a lotus flower. This will be pretty much the setup of all small lotus flower bowls. The next size is what we call our medium. Now the difference being this one's quite a bit larger. This vessel holds more water. It has a little bit longer run time, and it has the same riser in terms of height, overall diffusing height, but we have a little porcelain lily pad, which creates a couple of cool effects. You can adjust the nebulizer to make water come over the lily pad and run off, depending on how you set it up. All of these, a small adjustment between the flower and where the nebulizer is will change the way it mists quite a bit. Okay? The next thing we do here is a custom. This is just one of the standard, maybe not standard, but custom larger pieces, which is going to have a sculpture. Basically, the sculpture is all one piece in most cases. There's a lot more work that goes into these. They typically will have a gemstone, agate. In this case, it's a smoky quartz. So the nebulizer, again, will go underneath here, but it'll have even more action than the other two. Okay? So you can see how this sits in. What makes these work is an ultrasonic nebulizer. All the same, they're going to be. That's what comes in this box. It is powered by a transformer, which will take 110 out of the wall, 120 volt, and convert it to 24 volt DC, which is a true low voltage item. Okay, you got about 10 feet of cord to get to where you need to go for a plug. A couple of things real quick. The nebulizer has the lighting built into it. After a period of time, say 1200 hours under normal operating conditions, the mist will get less. And once it gets to a point where it's barely misting, this is the maintenance kit. So the wear item on these units is this ceramic disc. It's actually brass coated with ceramic, okay? And there's a special tool. This is a $5 maintenance item. It comes with the tool and the new disc, and this little plastic grommet around here is for protection during shipping. That is not part of the setup, okay? Another thing, this is the splash guard. So in the event you have a high and a low in terms of runtime and setup, and I'm going to show you that in a second here. The high, the low, the lighting is all controlled on this switch. This little splash guard can actually be attached to the bottom of the Lotus on either the smalls or the mediums. So you have your low, your high, which will be more mist action, and then if that's, not, you want less mist than those two setups, you can use this little copper splash guard. And that's just a manual adjustment. So we have the transformer, the nebulizer. This is actually something you probably won't even think about for a long time, but we carry them for $5, and the splash guard. Sorry for the pause, but we're going to try to condense this as much as possible. It's a lot of information. Do not use distilled water. No distilled water. Drinking water, if you're going to buy water, is the best. This right here is filtered tap water. It's right out of my refrigerator, actually. If you have reverse osmosis, a Brita system, any kind of filtration on the tap water is good. The reason being, distilled has no mineral deposits, and that will actually make this thing suffer because it needs a little bit of conductivity to run. So you get your filtered tap water, you have your drinking water. The setup here is the nebulizer is unwound out of the box. Each vessel will have a hole in the back. This cord needs to be stretched out the first time because it's all wound up in the box. And the end piece goes through the hole and bring it all the way up to this grommet, which slides. You want to have enough slack in the line inside the vessel so that you can get it to wrap around just a little bit so that it's not covering the splash zone in any way. So when I set up the smalls, I give it a little more slack. You can kind of see how this is set up. We've got it just like this. Okay, the nebulizer is going to go in the bottom. We're going to take the water and get it to just about the maximum should be 3/4 to an inch above that sensor. This little sensor is the off switch. So in the event you don't unplug it and you forget and walk out of the room or you go to sleep at night, it'll shut itself off. Okay? So with that, we'll get the riser in there. About dead center is where we want to start. Put the Lotus on top. Transformer is going to go into an outlet. Okay, like I said, you have about 10 feet of cord here. Now, this is your male-female connection. I always recommend starting not on low. This connection will give it power. And you can see the mist action has started. There's 12 lighting functions. So basically, you have your choice of 12 different pulse lighting. That's a green, there's a red, a blue. The first 2 clicks is going to be a rotation, where the lighting is rotating on its own. One is a little faster than the other one. Now it's you see how that one's even faster? And if you want to go to individual colors, you click past that. We've got a red, a couple shades of blue, green. Not sure if this is showing up in this lighting as good as it will in your house. Okay. Now, that's the low. When I click onto the high, you'll get more mist action. High versus low. Okay. So the same setup will go true when it comes to the medium. The nebulizer will go through the bottom. You'll get a little bit of a loop. You'll set on the lily pad, and everything will be the same. Now what's different here is the customs. Now with the custom, I'm going to use the same unit here. I'm going to go ahead and just take this water. Probably going to need more than that, but pull the nebulizer out. A couple of things while I'm doing this, just thought of this, but these things like to be run or not run at all. So in the event you go on vacation or you're not going to use your diffuser for a while, just take this out of the pot. It'd rather be underwater running or dry. So you don't necessarily have to take it out of the pot. You could actually just empty the pot and let it sit inside the pot. You know, that would be fine as well. So kind of a recap here. This goes all the way through. Going to set this down. As you can see, this one's larger, so it's going to need more water. Now with the custom, I need even more slack pulled out, because with this piece, all the customs have their own built-in stand with a slit in the back for the cord to go through, so it'll sit flush in the pot and make it sit square. So this is kind of pushed down here. We'll get this. It's got in the slit. Okay. I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. This little stick we throw in the box for the customs. What this will do is you can adjust the nebulizer. So the vessel has the water in, the nebulizer's in to the right height, which actually needs to go up, sorry. We can see, yep, it's covering the nebulizer now. This little stick can be just inserted through the side to make your final adjustments. We'll plug it in. There she goes. This crystal can set anywhere you want. Now if you want to make a fine adjustment on here, you can take your little stick while it's going. A 1/4 inch one way or the other will affect the mist. That's about right. So, if you have any questions, feel free to text me, call me, or email me anytime. I'm usually available. If you have anything that you need, it's on the website. We carry these $5 discs. Replacement nebulizers are $15. You probably won't need one of those for 2 years if you take good care of it. And the only thing I can say about taking good care of it is don't use distilled water. If you're not going to run it, empty it. And basically once in a while, if you get a lot of mineral deposit on here, I'll show you as I take this piece up here. You can pull this out. If this thing, it's nice and clean now, but if this gets full of mineral deposit, that will shorten the disc's life and start to wear it out. You can take a little warm water and vinegar, and that can help clean it as well. Okay. Hey, thanks for watching.